Welcome back, everyone. It's your sensei here, and today we're diving into another thrilling chapter of Vagabond. This amazing manga is written by Takehiko Inoue. If you're new here, be sure to check out our Vagabond manga playlist for more adventures. Chapter 9 opens at Shippoji Temple, where villagers of Miyamoto gather with Captain Aoki to discuss what to do about the arrival of Takezo Shinmen. It is revealed that Takezo spent most of his childhood in the mountain forest, and he's a beast who can survive on birds, rabbits, and even tree bark. Men continue to search for Takezo in mountains to convict him of his crimes. As Takezo is eating in the forest, he overhears the footsteps of the villagers, surprised that not only the samurais are after him, but the villagers too. As he continues to sit quietly in the forest, he jumps at the sight of a villager passing by. He tells the villager to relay a message to Osugi and Otsu that Matahachi is still alive, but he is not coming back to Miyamoto. Takezo reassures the villager that he will leave the village once the message is relayed. As the villager begins to respond, Takezo attacks him and covers his mouth to prevent him from revealing his location to other villagers passing by. He asks the captured villager if the village has been ordered to capture him, to which the villager nods. As he lets go of the villager goes running, saying, "It's Takezo! He's over here!" The story goes back to the congregation at Shippoji Temple. Osugi introduces herself to Captain Aoki and claims that Matahachi is a victim of Takezo and was manipulated to go to war. Otsu also introduces herself shyly, which Osugi scolds her for, and discloses that Otsu is her son's fiancé. Otsu is creeped out by how Captain Aoki stares at her but says nothing. Osugi compels Otsu to renounce Takezo and his actions, and Otsu complies by nodding in agreement. Deep down, however, Otsu does not truly believe or want to renounce Takezo, but does so out of fear of Osugi. Osugi further states that Otsu is an orphan, and to forgive her for her impoliteness, Otsu's shyness, as well as her lack of formality, whilst talking to a higher status man like Captain Aoki, is considered rude. That night, Osugi cries, hoping that Matahachi is alive. She hears a sound outside and opens the door, hoping it's Matahachi, but only sees Takezo standing in front of her. Meanwhile, Otsu sits with a priest and Captain Aoki at Shippoji Temple. Captain Aoki discloses that Matahachi is most likely dead and asks Otsu to pour him some more sake. Otsu complies but pours with one hand, which the priest reprimands her for as it is seen as disrespectful. However, Captain Aoki does not care and asks the priest to leave the two alone. The priest hesitates since a married or engaged woman should not be left alone with a man, but the priest obeys nonetheless. As the captain continues to drink, he states that men like Matahachi die easily in war, and that Takezo will also be apprehended and killed, which angers Otsu, and she defends the two men in their strength. Captain Aoki then offers Otsu the chance to be with him, while forcing himself on top of her. Otsu kicks him in the face with her foot and renders him unconscious. Before leaving, she reiterates that she is Matahachi's fiancée and that it has already been decided. As she leaves, the priest apologizes, but Otsu does not hear him and only thinks of how disgusting the captain was. Otsu then cries as she realizes that she can't remember Matahachi's face and tells the priest, who continues to apologize, to stop talking. As she continues to cry, the priest gives Otsu a letter that was for her. The story then goes back to Osugi meeting Takezo once more. Mid-sentence, Osugi gets a knife and attempts to kill Takezo. Luckily, Takezo dodges and is surprised. Osugi states she will kill Takezo herself and kill herself after. As she continues to attack Takezo, he takes her knife and finally is able to let out that Matahachi is still alive. And that's the end of this chapter. If you found this manga reading enjoyable, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button for more content like this. Stay tuned for the next chapter.